Today we will take a look at the best vlogging cameras for this year. If you want to find more information, check out links down below. 5. Sony ZV-E10. The Sony ZV-E10 is a logical gap filler in Sony's lineup. A vlogging-focused camera with an articulating screen, boosted microphones, and a compact body, it's a powerful little video tool and takes impressive photos. The ZV-E10 definitely isn't perfect, with its three main limitations being significant rolling shutter when panning, a non-touch menu system, and number 4K capture at 60p, which isn't common at the price. Get past those limitations though and you'll find an affordable, video-focused hybrid with solid audio options. You'll know the ZV-E10 is a Sony camera as soon as you prod the touchscreen to interact with the menus and nothing happens. While Sony introduced a fancy new touch menu for the Sony a7S III and FX3, the newer ZV-E10 forces you to navigate the UI with the four-way wheel to the right of the display, meaning we're still waiting for the feature to land on a lower-end camera. You'll also recognize plenty of Sonyisms in the camera's design language well before you get to the menu. The top of the camera features a multi-interface hot shoe mount, which supports digital audio devices, alongside a grille that covers a 3-capsule microphone. The back of the camera proudly showcases the articulating screen and to the right of a menu, FN, playback and delete buttons. There's also a rotating wheel that operates as a 4-way pad. While the camera's body is magnesium, there's a soft touch grip to the right side of the buttons for a thumb to nuzzle into, and the material wraps around the side of the camera to the front grip too. 4. DJI Pocket 2. The DJI Pocket, the 2nd of May, not be perfect, but it's better than anything else on the market at what it does, namely, being a compact vlogging camera. In its pricier Creator Combo package, the inclusion of a wireless mic and other core tools for video production is fantastic, and the bump up in sensor size over its predecessor is similarly welcome. Where it also comes into its own is with object tracking, specifically for vloggers walking and talking around a space. Ultimately, it's a fantastic imaging tool that can slot into a videographer or vlogger's workflow nicely. We mention well-lit scenes a fair bit, largely because where the Pocket 2 falls down is noise handling and dealing with high-contrast environments. In the dark, or even when capturing dark objects, you'll see some grain, and when there are heavy highlights, focus can struggle. If you need a great video quality in all environments, then, that isn't what this camera is about. But then again, nothing in its price size bracket really is. 3. Panasonic GH5 Mark II. If you're looking for a well-built, lightweight mirrorless camera with excellent handling, a fantastic range of video shooting options and solid stills performance, the GH5 Mark II is well worth a look. The GH5 was already a great choice, and the tweaks here just make it all the more appealing. If you own the original GH5, though, the GH5 Mark II seems slightly redundant. Aside from minor performance upgrades and the addition of live streaming, it's largely unchanged. Unless you really need that live streaming functionality, you're better off waiting for the Panasonic GH6. The Panasonic GH5i's predecessor, the original GH5, was a landmark camera for video makers. It offered gorgeous 4K footage quality, a wide variety of shooting options and good handling, as well as valuable features like in-body image stabilization and dual SD card slots. It was also a solid stills camera, with decent all-round imaging performance, despite its small micro Four Thirds sensor. The GH5 II doesn't do anything to spoil the party. It comes with everything that made its predecessor a success, plus a little bit extra. But only a little bit, with more or less the same sensor and same range of video resolutions, frame rates and bitrates, there's no great leap forward here. 2. Fujifilm XS10. The Fujifilm XS10 is one of the best small, mid-range mirrorless cameras you can buy. It packs much of the Fujifilm X-T4's shooting power into a smaller body with IBIS and great handling. It's a shame there's no official weatherproofing and the tracking autofocus is edged out by its Sony rivals, but those are the only weaknesses of an otherwise near-faultless performer. If you're looking for your first mirrorless camera or are considering switching from a DSLR, the XS10 should be at the top of your shortlist. The Fujifilm XS10's design is simultaneously vintage Fujifilm and a big change from its other mirrorless cameras. At first glance, it looks like a slightly smaller Fujifilm X-T4 with a larger, deeper grip. Because of that grip, the size difference isn't, in practical terms, much different from the X-T4. You won't be slipping the XS10 into your pocket, but it is noticeably lighter than its sibling at 465 grams, making it about 3/4 the weight of the X-T4. 1. Sony ZV-1. The Sony ZV-1 is the best compact vlogging camera you can buy. Its mix of a bright lens, superb autofocus and design tweaks like the side-flipping screen make it a powerful pocket video option with few peers. Those seeking super smooth walking footage might find its image stabilization a slight letdown, and it has a few familiar usability quirks, but the ZV-1 remains the best video all-rounder in its weight class. The Sony ZV-1 is the most powerful pocket vlogging camera you can buy right now. It takes the best video features of the Sony RX100 series, including its class-leading autofocus system, and combines them with design tweaks that make it ideal for shooting YouTube videos at home or on the move. The Sony ZV-1 is like a Sony RX100 Mark V that's been redesigned for YouTubers. The end result isn't perfect, but it does fix most of the criticisms we had of the Mark V when it came to video shooting. Along with the Canon G7X Mark III, it's one of the few compact cameras that's been designed primarily for video. The second and perhaps more useful custom button is called Product Showcase, which is designed specifically for YouTubers who specialize in reviews. Again, this doesn't do anything beyond what you can do in the settings, but pressing this instantly turns off both steady shot stabilization, making a tripod a must for this mode, and face and eye priority AF. This means that when you hold a product up to the camera, it'll lock focus onto that, rather than prioritizing your face. Windshield is also essential if you're venturing out into breezy conditions, as our demo video above shows. But there is inevitably still a little noise interference from camera's focus motors, and if you want to capture audio that matches the quality of your videos, then you'll want to pair the ZV-1 with an external microphone.